uphold, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Charter House rules and ordinances of the City of Philadelphia, and to always abide by and uphold the laws and regulations of the Philadelphia Police Department. This is an oath that every single member of the Philadelphia Police Department takes when they graduate from the police academy. Deon Madison, Terry Sanders, and Roland Butler have been upholding this oath from day one. And they strive every day to promote the values of honor, service, and integrity. My name is Ashley Marie Blakely, and along with my co-counsel, Jay Chamberlain, we represent the City of Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Police Department, and officers Deon Madison, Terry Sanders, and Roland Butler. This case is not about whether police officers search the plaintiff's home and seize them. That is fiction. That incident never occurred. This case is about an attack on the reputation of these three police officers and the men and women that wake up every single morning with the sole intent of keeping the residents of the City of Philadelphia safe. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you to do two things today. First, listen very closely to the evidence that is presented to you. Second, listen even closer and look for the gaps, the holes, the evidence that is not presented to you. Let's talk about what you will hear today. You will hear from three police officers who will all tell you how much they love their jobs, how hard they strive to always uphold the laws of this state and the U.S. Constitution. You will hear from Deon Madison, who will tell you that her father and her grandfather were police officers. This is a family goal. You will also hear from Terry Sanders, who will tell you that this is her dream job. She started off as a security officer and worked her way to the police department. And there is nothing that she would do to jeopardize her role on the force. And lastly, you'll hear from Roland Butler. And he'll tell you that he patrols the very same neighborhood that he was raised in. So for him, this isn't just a job. This is about protecting the neighborhood that raised him. All three of these officers will tell you that, yes, they were working on April 7th. And they did receive a tip from a concerned citizen who did tell them that there was a person who matched the description of a shooter that they were looking for earlier in the month, and that they saw him around the plaintiff's residence. And yes, these officers did go near the plaintiff's residence and they patrolled the neighborhood, but they saw nothing suspicious and they left. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that was the first and the last time that any of these officers ever went near the plaintiff's residence. None of these officers ever went inside of the plaintiff's residence, nor did any of these officers ever see any officer go inside of the plaintiff's residence. Now let's talk a bit about what you won't hear today. The plaintiffs can't present to you any evidence that corroborates their story. They're going to present to you inconsistent testimony. Furthermore, the testimony they will present to you is only from the people that were in the house, which is interesting because Miss Miller will tell you that when police started allegedly searching her house, she was up the street watching a street fight with 40 other people. And she saw the police go towards her home. So where are the 40 other people that she was with when this occurred? Furthermore, the plaintiffs claim that the police ransacked their home. They have no pictures to show you today. They have no documentation of any damages. The plaintiffs never filed a complaint against any of these police officers, and they waited 2 years before they filed a lawsuit. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the plaintiffs bear the burden today. They must prove to you that these officers seized them and searched their home. And when my co-counsel Jay Chamberlain speaks to you later at the conclusion of this trial, and he asks you to find for a verdict, the only verdict consistent with justice, a verdict that finds the defendants not liable, when you examine and think about all the evidence, you must do so. How was that?
That was good.
Okay.
All right. Dun dun dun. I don't know the Law and Order noise actually.
I think it's
Or is it the one where it's like boo doo 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 doo? No, that's ESPN. No, that's ESPN noise.